Well guys, anyway, I would have never thought I would be making this video because I was never one of those people who are like, before I start my day, let me get a cup of coffee. Yeah, coffee. Yeah. To be honest, I don't get the hype around the coffee. I don't get any boost from it as well. Today I got myself a milk drink. I think it was called like Tokyo Choco Banana Milk. I got it purely because of the name, because I thought it would be symbolic since I'm making a video about me quitting coffee and drinking something that is not coffee. Yeah. It's actually pretty good. Maybe I should replace coffee with that. The pure reason why I drink coffee is the flavor, the taste of it. I don't get the effect. Even more so, I don't get the taste of coffee itself. I just think coffee is a perfect base for a dessert or for a drink, which for me often are the same thing. But if you take coffee as a base and add a bunch of additives into it to make the flavor so much better, take it to the next level. If you add milk, cream, sugar, whatever else, even more so if you make it iced or frappe consistency. And ever since I came to Thailand and specifically Bangkok, the selection, the options for you to get a cup of coffee, especially iced coffee with sugar and all that good stuff, are much vaster than in my hometown. So I went all out. I went bananas, just like this Tokyo Choco Banana Milk. And my whole life I thought that I was immune and resistant to the effects of caffeine, immunity, resistance to caffeine, that it has no effect on me whatsoever. I kind of felt like a superhuman, though I saw all those people crying around about the lack of coffee and caffeine in their body, and I just felt totally fine without it. But then I started noticing, first it happened with the energy drinks and now with coffee as well, that every day I drank it, it became harder and harder for me to fall asleep. Nothing else was changed, altered by coffee, except this factor of my life. And with time I came to realize that this factor should not really be neglected as much as I used to do. Because my mindset was, okay, body, if you don't want to fall asleep, then you don't need it. So, okay, if you insist, we will not get 8 hours of sleep. We will just get 5. But next morning I will drink more coffee, and if you are sleepy, you will get your 8 hours of sleep. If not, again, body, it's your choice and you are taking whatever you would like.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
But then, as you may have noticed, I make videos. And while editing one of the filmed footage, I noticed how different I looked. Namely, speaking about horrible bags underneath my eyes. And I will put a picture here where you can see it pretty vividly. On my videos I tried to edit it as much as I could with my editing abilities, but when I started seeing visible results of my coffee intake, I realized that something was wrong. You know, ever since I read the picture of Dorian Gray, I think that's the name of the book, the idea of your past experiences and decisions you make in your life being mirrored onto your appearance became very interesting to me. And if it's a change in my face and my appearance that I dislike, then I somehow must counter it. So now I've been cutting coffee out of my diet for a couple of days and I'm not having any withdrawals. I'm not a caffeine junkie. What I am a junkie to, however, is sugar and just overall flavor. I love delicious things. That is one of the rare pleasures of my life. But yeah, it kind of sucks that now I have to withdraw coffee and coffee-based drinks or even desserts out of my diet, because I was really starting to think that coffee might replace soda as my #1 drink of choice. Even more so, I thought that it would be a healthier option, because soda is notorious for being very unhealthy for you, while coffee, however, not the healthiest option because it has caffeine, sugar, dairy, but still in my mind it's better than the soda. And although I don't know what soda is doing to my internal body parts, I can see what coffee is doing pretty well, and unfortunately we have to part ways. I think still occasionally I will treat myself to a coffee-based dessert because I hate the feeling of the flavor. For example, yesterday I decided to treat myself a bit 2 days into the challenge of giving up coffee. I bought a coffee ice cream, a cappuccino flavored ice cream. Helicopter is bobbing, you know. But since the ingredients on the package were listed in Thai and I couldn't really tell if coffee is one of them, probably is. But I decided to make this compromise with myself that coffee flavored ice cream doesn't count as coffee. There are too many additional words like flavored and ice cream. So I ate this cappuccino ice cream yesterday and it was busting. And as much as I despise the culture of not being able to start your day and be functional without a cup of cold brewski, double shot black tea espresso, I felt kind of cool walking up to the store, grabbing a sandwich and a coffee. It made me feel fancy, you know? And now since I have committed to giving up coffee, I'm starting to brainstorm different workarounds and loopholes to be able to somehow experience this pleasure once again. And what came to my mind was the word that I heard very rarely in my life and disliked and despised, looked down on. The word being decaf. But yeah, I remember when I was a child and saw somebody order a decaffeinated coffee in a movie. I've never seen such a thing in real life. That is not in my universe. But when I saw it on screen, I always kept thinking that it's absolutely absurd. How can a coffee be decaffeinated? It is in the name, it is in the title. Coffee and caffeine have the same root in English too, right? And yes, decaf coffee sounds pretty pretentious. But I'm desperate and I decided that if I find myself in an environment where decaf coffee is common, where I can just go somewhere in the proximity of my home and freely buy it, I will do so. And for me, the person who really enjoys the taste of coffee and has never experienced the effects of it, the existence of decaf coffee was always a mystery. And now it's crazy that I'm realizing that this product has been made specifically for people like me. I am the target audience of the decaf coffee. What a shame. And if I start drinking decaf coffee, will it put me in the same category with those select few Americans who refuse to eat food unless it came out of a lab tube? What a dilemma. I would really hate to be one of those guys, but the temptation is getting the worst of me. Alright, so I decided that this video would be incomplete without me having tried the decaf coffee. I decided to be a good YouTuber and do it in this video too. So I got myself a decaf iced latte that felt very weird to pronounce. I spent half of my salary on this coffee, but we are going to head home and give it a taste. Let's give it a try and find out what it tastes like. I hope they didn't spit in it after hearing my order. I got it to go with my dinner tonight because buying a drink without food to accompany it is just a waste of money. Without food I can drink water, but I want something to make my dinner or supper more exciting. So my expectation is for it to be similar to the difference between regular cola and diet cola. I never drink Starbucks as is, and for it being decaf makes it double as exciting, and I spent half of my salary to try this latte out. Let's give it a go. Maybe it's because it's decaf or because I got latte. I don't know what the thing is, but I always get something with a bunch of extra stuff in it, I told you. But I feel very little coffee. I don't know if it's decaf or something else. Tastes pretty good. Also, I'm thinking about getting my lips done. Also, I think I need to find somebody's old tweet and cancel them for it. Okay, outside of this strange side effect, it actually tastes pretty good. I think I would get it on the regular if it was not so expensive, at least for me. Also, I want to share a quick story about decaf coffee. When I told my friend that I was going to go to Starbucks and get a decaf coffee, not to mention decaf iced latte, these words that I wouldn't even think I would ever learn in my life. But when I told my friend about my intention to try it out, he told me, and I'm not homophobic. How can I be homophobic? My cat is gay, you know about it. But he told me, it is too gay, bro. The funny thing is, we are in Thailand, and my friend, how do I even put it? So out here he's having fun with the so-called lady boys, and it's just hilarious to me that decaf coffee is where he draws the line of things being gay. That's very funny to me. Again, I'm not homophobic, but I found it very interesting that that was the line that he's not willing to cross. But yes, since this channel is my personal blog, as it says in the description of the channel, I decided to make a video about coffee ruining my life because it's an important thing to me, and as you see, it's not a clickbait. You saw the picture with the black eyes, bruh. Let me know in the comments below, what is your relationship with coffee? Do you like it just like me? Do you like it black, which I don't approve of, but still, no judgment here. Throw it in the comments too. However boring this video might be of me just talking about my flavor addiction, I decided that the scenery plus the drink would make up for it. I hope it did. So if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you love me, follow me on social media, and I will see you in another one. Toodles! Yes, there's skis.